On the news tonight, 69,000 candidates jostle for admission into Ondo State Secondary School. Nigerian Navy, Army tackle Asari Dokubo over allegations of oil theft in Niger Delta. Police rescue 6 abducted Unijos students. And from the foreign scene, militants attack claims 40 lives in Uganda. Good evening and thank you for joining us on the news tonight. My name is Timile Faladi. No fewer than 69,000 candidates have sat for the 2023 entrance examination into public secondary schools in Ondo State. Permanent Secretary, Minister of Education, Science and Technology, Folashade Adegoke, during a monitoring exercise to some of the centers in Akure, expressed confidence in the integrity of the examination process across the state. Our reporter, Joy Pius, has details.
Accreditation of candidates and checking them into the examination hall sets the process in motion at all centers across the length and breadth of Ondo State.
Your name is already there. Don't touch the name.
It is a test of the young pupils' intellectual capabilities before their elevation to secondary school of education, a challenge all the candidates appeared ready for.
I am here to write this exam because I am going to secondary school and I am very sure that I will pass this exam.
I am here to do my community to go to secondary school. I am 100% sure that I will have good grades.
The candidates were tested in English studies, mathematics, and general knowledge. At the United High School Akure and other centers visited by our news crew in the state capital, the conduct of the examination was smooth and hitch-free.
The students arrived on time and the places to use for the exams were arranged, since yesterday. We prepared for them. They were very bold. No, they really prepared for the exam. The way we see them, they are well prepared.
You can see them, they kept quiet, no problem. And all of them faced their exam.
The students are doing well too. They prepare for the examination because not the very day you want to do exam, you will prepare. No, all schools are preparing them in order for them to be qualified to write the exam. The students are calm, they are good. They dressed very well this morning. It's a sweet exercise.
The common entrance exercise went well and the children are well coordinated. When I brought my child in, they received them well and it's okay.
After an assessment tour of the exercise at some centers in Akure, the Permanent Secretary, Ondo State Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, Mrs. Folashade Adegoke, said the present administration is raising the bar of academic excellence by putting in place an examination process devoid of malpractice.
This has been peaceful and the conduct is very well. The students have conducted themselves very well. Even the parents, they didn't distract the students. They are outside the school premises. And this is a result of well-planned work by the exam department of the Ministry of Education. We have zero tolerance for examination malpractices. And for this examination, we have customized answer sheets. The names of the students have been written on the answer sheets. And they are only just to answer the questions and submit. So we have zero tolerance for examination malpractices, and from what we have seen today is the conduct of the students writing the exam has been very peaceful and they have conducted them very, very well, facing their work.
Earlier on, Ondo State Ministry of Education, Science and Technology had promised that the exercise of the placement examination would be released within 24 hours after its completion. Joy Pius, OSRC News.
The United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF, says prioritization of children's health and education is the key to unlocking Africa's prosperity. At an event organized to mark the 2023 International Day of the African Child, UNICEF country representative in Nigeria, Christian Munduate, said children must be supported to thrive and develop to be able to contribute meaningfully to the development of Africa and Nigeria in particular. Munduate explained that the Nigerian Learning Passport (NLP), an online and offline platform, was initiated to close the learning poverty gap by enabling quality and flexible learning. She noted that a myriad of challenges had kept few children out of school, noting that with access to devices under the NLP initiative, children would keep learning even while at home. The event was themed "The Right of a Child in the Digital Environment" and was held at Sheikh Abubakar Gumi Primary School, Kaduna, to commemorate the day with school children. President Bola Tinubu has given the office of the Secretary to the Government of the Federation the go-ahead to dissolve the management and boards of federal government agencies. The Sheikh is expected to affect all political appointments made by the outgone Muhammadu Buhari administration. The dissolution will allow Tinubu, who assumed office on May 29, 2023, make his own appointments and further consolidate his grip on power. Niger Delta activist Asari Dokubo has vowed to offer services to Nigeria if President Bola Tinubu is truly disposed to bring in the menace of theft and attacks on facilities in the oil-rich region to zero level. Dokubo spoke after he met with President Tinubu at the presidential villa, Abuja. The Niger Delta activist, threw his weight behind the president throughout the presidential campaign, said he was at the villa to show solidarity to Tinubu and discuss other issues including security and the fight against oil theft. He refuted claims that people from the region were those perpetrating oil theft and pipeline vandalism in the area, accusing the Navy and the Army of being behind the massive crime. Dokubo, who described military officers as all kings, pointed out that ordinary Niger Delta people, who are often blamed for criminal activities in the area, do not possess the wherewithal to carry out the crime. Meanwhile, the Nigerian Navy has described as spurious the allegations by ex-Niger Delta militant leader Asari Dokubo that some cabals in the military are involved in oil theft in the region. Reacting to the accusation, Director of Naval Information, Commodore Adedotun Ayovoan, challenged Dokubo to produce evidence and names of those behind the criminality. Commodore Ayovoan said the Nigerian military and the Navy in particular had been at the forefront of fighting crude oil theft at all levels in the country. He said while crude oil being stolen from pipelines were being refined at the creeks for the local markets and the local buyers, it was also being stolen by criminals from offshore at sea. The Navy spokesman added that the efforts of the Nigerian military in the Niger Delta was the reason Nigeria regained top spot in oil production in the month of May, among oil-producing countries in Africa, as confirmed by OPEC and others. In the same vein, the Nigerian Army has reacted to allegations by Asari Dokubo. The Director, Army Public Relations, Onyema Nwachiku, said the Nigerian Army had been vigorously engaged in the fight against illegal oil bunkering, oil theft, illegal oil refining, and other sundry crimes in the region with positive results. This, he said, was evident in the increase in daily oil production from an abysmally dwindling output in the past. Nwachiku stressed that the Nigerian Army had zero tolerance for any compromise on the part of its troops and would not condone any act of economic sabotage. He promised that the Army Authority would not spare any black sheep in its fold if identified. Vice President Kashim Shettima has apologized to Nigerian Muslims over his comments on the leadership contest in the National Assembly. In the build-up to the election of the 10th Assembly, Shettima had said the most incompetent Southern Christian was better than the most puritanical Northern Muslim for the presidency of the Senate. However, Shettima said it was quoted out of context, maintaining that he has no ill will against Islam. He added that the trajectory of Nigerian politics made it pertinent for people in leadership positions to come out and warn against divisions and disunity in the country. You're still watching Osrc News at 7. We'll take a quick break now. Do stay with us.
I am happy to be here. I'm blessed to be among. Happy to be here. I'm blessed to be among. To celebrate Ileya Salah in good health. Thank you, Allah, for keeping me alive.
I am happy to be here. I'm blessed to be among. Happy to be here. I'm blessed to be among. To celebrate Ileya Salah in good health. Thank you, Allah, for keeping me alive.
Yeah, Nigeria. Our homes and property.
Agron Homes.
Building cities, communities, and homes.
Who wants to tell me the answer? Good. This way.
I give my soul. You get my time and dedication.
Hey, stop that.
You know, get waiting for life. Where I know fit do. Cause all the dream where we don't dream must to come true. It must to show for you. Cause it's sure for me. Together we will ride against the mountains away. So make you dare with me. Cause I dare for you. Together we will ride against the mountains away.
Teach the advanced way with Glow LTE Advanced, the power of 3 data networks in one. Get a Glow SIM or dial *301#.
Abwad Multi-System Hospital at Doekiti, best equipped hospital in sub-Saharan Africa, offers the following services at the main hospital and the annexes at Bashuri and Oduado in Adoekiti. Free antenatal registration and consultation for all pregnant women. Free registration, consultation and immunization for children under 5 years. Other services at discounted rate include open heart surgeries, dialysis and kidney transplant, brain, spine and total joint replacement surgeries, correction of deformities, full range dental procedures, out and in-patient services, cutting-edge MRI and CT scans. For further inquiries, call 081-601-60011, 080-601-86037. Announcer, Chief Medical Director.
Upward, a vision in action.
You're welcome back. You're still watching Osrc News at 7. You can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook Osrc TV, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel Osrc TV Odo. The Police Service Commission (PSC) has approved the appointment of Assistant Inspectors General of Police Frank Mba and Balasi Roma as Deputy Inspectors General of Police. According to PSC spokesman Ikechukwu Ane, the Commission approved the promotion of 14 Commissioners of Police to the next rank of Assistant Inspectors General of Police and 22 Deputy Commissioners of Police to the substantive rank of Commissioners. The Commission also approved the promotion of 24 Assistant Commissioners of Police to the next rank of Deputy Commissioners. 36 Chief Superintendents of Police were promoted to the rank of Assistant Commissioners of Police. At the 21st plenary meeting of the Commission, its chairman, Solomon Arasi, congratulated the newly promoted officers and charged them to reciprocate the Commission's good gesture by rededicating themselves to the service of the fatherland. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) has detained the receiver manager appointed by the Assets Management Corporation of Nigeria for Eric Nigeria Limited, Mr. Kamilu Omokide, over alleged misappropriation and diversion of about 120 billion naira. EFCC detained Omokide alongside one captain, Samuel Karkwig, in connection with alleged illegal sale and tearing down of a $41 million aircraft which was operated by Arik Air. Documents revealed that the detention of the two top executives was sequel to a petition written by human rights lawyer Femi Falana, who is a solicitor to Arik Nigeria Limited. The petition detailed how there had been alleged financial fraud and sales of assets worth over 120 billion naira. The Plateau State Police Command has rescued 6 out of the 7 students of the University of Jos kidnapped by gunmen. According to Police Public Relations Officer of the command, Alfred Alabo, 5 of the students were rescued, while 1 escaped from the kidnappers' den unharmed. He said the Commissioner of Police in the state, Bartholomew Onyeka, has ordered the area commander and divisional police officer, Nasarawa Gwon, to ensure that the seventh victim is rescued unhurt and the perpetrators arrested. The victims were abducted from their hostel located off campus in Jos on Monday while preparing for second semester examinations. River State High Court, sitting in Port Harcourt, has convicted and sentenced 2 middle-aged men to death by hanging for kidnapping and killing a prominent River State businessman, Festus McPepple, and one Friday Urata in 2008. The trial judge, Justice Denagogo, in his judgment, convicted and sentenced Oron and Elisha Roberts while discharging Ismail Ogunwan. Ogunwan was discharged and acquitted for lack of evidence to link him to the crime. The convicted persons were said to have killed the victims and buried them in Bayelsa State before they were arrested by security agencies in 2008. Speaking outside the courtroom, the prosecuting counsel of the state, Anthony Omawawa, said the convicts were sentenced on a 3-count charge. He added that the duo were indicted by Count 2 and Count 3, which are capital offenses, and Count 1, which carries a 10-year sentence. The Lagos port in Apapa has received the largest container carrier in its history, with the berthing of a 300-meter length vessel at the port. The vessel, christened Kota Chatic, is designed to carry up to 6,620 equivalent units at a time, signaling a turning point and signposting the possibilities that improved infrastructure and equipment upgrades can offer. Reacting to the development, Port Manager Bamidele Okaga said Apapa Port is poised to continuously improve on the quality of service that made the milestone possible. Okaga explained that the bunking of the ship demonstrates the authorities' readiness to create and sustain improved performance at the nation's port. The speed at which Nigerians emigrate in search of greener pasture is a contentious debate with its attendant brain drain effect on the country. Japa, which literally connotes to leave for good, continues to elicit diverse opinions, with many seeing it as a way of giving up on Nigeria in preference for other nations. In a reversal of judgment, others say it is a move, if properly managed, could improve the economic status of the country. Omario Lakhungbeji sampled the opinion of residents. I report.
Right from set, even from when I was a little boy, I've been dreaming to, travel out.
Yes, I will. I will go. There are more opportunities over there, and most of students are more likely to get good jobs there when studying.
No, because I think what I'm going there to do is easier at the moment. I don't think of going anywhere.
There are more job opportunities there, and there are more things you can learn there.
This is a typical example of reports by African Polling Institute, which revealed that 7 out of 10 Nigerians are willing to relocate to other countries if the opportunity presents itself. Majority of these respondents fall between the ages of 18 and 35, the range referred to as productive age of any serious nation.
It is in us. The instinct is there. It will call for it. The moment an environment becomes
inimical to one's well-being, there will be a way such an individual, even an animal, will look for a way out.
Because they want better life. No matter who you are, you always want a better life.
According to United Nations Department of Economic and Social Affairs, 1.7 million Nigerians migrated from Nigeria in 2020 as against what it used to be in the year past. Many opined that growing statistics of young Nigerians leaving the country and securing permanent residence in advanced countries portends a grave danger for our nation in many ways, from economic to intellectual and social aspects.
The repercussion is that we will remain dormant here, where we develop other people. Go to medical line. The best doctors abroad, in the US, anywhere in the world, most of them are Nigerians. The best nurses. Imagine the rate at which our nurses here move over there. You see them, just look around. People that are breaking records all over the world, most of them are from Africa, from Nigeria.
To rub off of good productive rate, especially between the conventional 18 to 35 years of age, the productive range of every country. Once such is exploited, the future for such a country becomes bleak. And so that's why look at the area of doctors now. The doctors now, we have a shortfall. One of average of every 5 doctors now, we want to move out of the country. That means we've lost this as a nation, because it wasn't like that. When the available resources were really there to cater for our well-being.
Some, however, suggested that the move could be of great achievement to the country if well managed.
We have to look inward. Looking inward is that, thanks all the universities, I want to produce 5,000 doctors. University of Zaria, produce ABU, produce 500 doctors or 5,000 doctors. Lagos, produce so number of doctors. You produce, bring them to pool. As countries, states that want them, you deploy them there, and you realize that they pay them their money. They pay you get a commission to the bulk of this thing. Why you still have enough in the country?
Meanwhile, hope of Nigerians are high on the administration of President Bola Tinubu, with the expectation that those factors responsible for the massive migration of the promising youth, like uncertainty of the duration of stay in higher institutions, poor living wages, growing unemployment, poor living condition, insensitive leadership, insecurity, lack of electricity, among others, would be prioritized. Omoriola Humbiji, Osrc News.
And now to the foreign scene. Around 40 people, mostly pupils, have been killed at a school in western Uganda by rebels linked to the Islamic State group IS. A further 8 people remain in a critical condition after the attack on Lobira Secondary School in Mponwe. Authorities say boys staying in dormitories are among the dead, while several others, mostly girls, have been abducted. The Ugandan army said the Allied Democratic Forces ADF, based in the Democratic Republic of Congo, DRC, carried out the attack, brought over school buildings, and looted the food store. Still on the foreign scene, at least 15 people have been killed and 10 taken to hospital following a serious collision between a semi-truck and a bus normally used to carry elderly and disabled people in Manitoba, Canada. The bus, full of senior citizens, had entered the roadway when the truck had a right-of-way. Officials have not determined yet why the bus turned into the lane. Akintunde Akinshemola has detail.
Oh my gosh. This video on social media shows the aftermath of the Trans-Canada Highway crash, one of the most lethal road accidents in recent Canadian history. At least 15 people were killed in the Canadian Prairie province of Manitoba after a semi-trailer truck hit a small bus that was carrying a group of mainly elderly people. Several survivors are in critical care, receiving life-saving support, according to health officials. Sean Young is with Health Sciences Center in Winnipeg.
I mean, age does have a big impact on our ability to withstand injuries like this. So it will impact their recovery. It will impact their outcomes as well. This is an elderly cohort of patients, and so the recoveries will be long and their course could be complicated.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau expressed his condolences for the victims.
I'm announcing that today the flag on top of the Peace Tower will be at half-mast in honor of the victims, but obviously there's going to be lots that we'll need to be doing and talking about and grieving together for in the coming days.
Chief Superintendent Rob Larson says police have been able to speak to the truck driver, but not the driver of the bus, as they're still being treated in hospital. He cautioned that officers are not laying any blame at this point, but have found some important evidences.
We have obtained video footage of the collision that was seized from the semi-truck trailer. This video indicates that the bus entered the roadway where the semi-trailer truck had the right-of-way.
The victims were from the town of Dauphin, some 170 kilometers north of the crash. The accident marks the deadliest in Canada since 2018, when a truck hit a bus carrying a junior hockey team in neighboring Saskatchewan. Akintunde Akinshemola for Osrc News.
And now to sports. Super Eagles of Nigeria have arrived at the Liberian capital, Monrovia, for the 2023 Africa Cup of Nations qualifier against Sierra Leone tomorrow. They were received at the airport by the Nigerian ambassador to Liberia. The Super Eagles need just a point from the game to seal a place at the 2023 African finals in Cote d'Ivoire. Osrc Pesero's side occupies second position on the Group A table with 9 points, 1 point adrift of leaders Guinea-Bissau, who have played a game more than them. Nigeria defeated Leone Stars 2-1 in the reverse fixture last June. And just before we go, a quick look at the major stories. No fewer than 69,000 candidates from various primary schools in Ondo State today sat for the Common Entrance Examination for admission into secondary schools in the state. The Nigerian Navy and the Army have disagreed with Asari Dokubo over its accusation of forces in Niger Delta oil theft. Plateau State Police Command has rescued 6 students of University of Jos who were kidnapped on Monday. And from the forensic, we told you that militants with link to the Islamic State have attacked a school community in Uganda, killing 40 people. And that's the news. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Timileyin Falade. Good night.